Okay, so not to feel like I'm ringing alarm bells here, but ring a ding ding, you have to listen to this, particularly if you are a woman in the United States. If you are a married woman who has changed her name legally in the United States to your husband's name, you have to listen to this. The House just passed the SAVE Act, this thing that I was screaming about leading up to the election. I was screaming about the SAVE Act. I have a number of different videos I have done about the SAVE Act and voter suppression versus voter fraud. The House just passed it. 4 Democrats, may they never know a moment's peace, cited and passed the SAVE Act. You have to be prepared. You have to be prepared for what's coming. I bet it will pass in the Senate and then it will become law. If you do not want your vote suppressed, you need to take action now. So particularly, these are the things that are at stake here. The SAVE Act is going to restrict eligibility for voting. There's a number of different measures in place. One of the things they've been doing is focusing on if you have a real ID compliant driver's license, the real ID you need to check. You need to check if your ID, your driver's license, is real ID compliant. And if that's the case, you should be able to use your real ID compliant driver's license to register to vote if you haven't registered already. If you don't have a real ID driver's license, which over half of the US, they said they were going to be rolling this out and that everyone would have one. Over half of the US apparently doesn't have one. If you don't have a real ID, then you're going to have to be able to provide a passport, all right? And this is what is so critical for women, right? You have to have a passport that has your legal name that you have now. Your real ID needs to match your passport. Your driver's license needs to match the passport. With, if you're married and you changed your name, both of those need to have your married name. If you do not have a real ID, which over half of Americans apparently don't, and you do not have a passport that matches those names on the driver's license, right, and the passport, which half of Americans don't have a passport, right? So are we seeing the Venn diagramming here? If you don't have a real ID, you don't have a passport, you're going to fall into the middle there of voter disenfranchisement, right? They're going to suppress your vote. So get a real ID. Get a real ID. Get it now. Get a real ID and get it now. Get a passport if you can. Get it now. Don't delay. There are already delays. There are already long delays. I have talked to some of my readers that said that they were saying it was going to be a months long delay before they were able to either get an appointment to do their real IDs or get the process going for their passports. Everything is flooded, right? These offices are flooded and they're cutting staff at these things, right? Imagine that. It's all interconnected. This is all interconnected with voter suppression. This is an alarm. I am ringing an alarm bell. This is continuing to move forward. If it passes in the Senate, it will become law and we could become disenfranchised, okay? Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Get a real ID, get a passport, make sure those names match.